Hi. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to say that. Trust me. Welcome back to my channel. So, today I'm going to be talking about, as you can see, reverse culture shock. If you're new here, what are you doing? Click the subscribe button, like, share with a friend. Let's all have fun together. So, now, this is just going to be like my culture shock. I didn't really do much exploration, to be honest, but the little that I did, I'm gonna tell you people because my shock was reshocked. All right, let's get right into the video, people. My first reverse culture shock, personal space. There's not now. Remember, this is a reverse culture shock. So this is me being an American, yeah, and then going back to Nigeria for a visit. Let's go into personal space. After successfully fighting and winning the war with the immigration people, that's how I got to where I'm going to claim my bag. Oh, somebody just came and held my hand out of reflex. I be by reflex. I almost gave her elbow. Uppercut, Amy, always guide me that they've already told that if you get to Nigeria, you have to shine your eyes from the airport. I was ready. Anybody you come like this, give your. The lady just came and just pulled my hair. Hello, I'm your sister. Where is this? Inside the okay. So basically, we're still in the airport, right? So I was trying to go claim my bag, and this lady came to meet me. Oh yeah, I'm your fellow sister. You don't have to touch me to talk to me. Now, the average Nigerian will say that Kini is pride. No, if you know how personal space work, that's too close for comfort. If you're not supposed to touch me, so it was weird. It was very weird and different. Okay, this if you don't mind yourself, I'm going to take you out. Anyway, it was very weird for me. It was a very weird concept. It was a very strange concept. It was a very, new concept to me. Like, why are you touching me? Anyway, so this lady came and touched me. I was like, Auntie, I'm your sister. I'm going to help you. Before she finished her statement, I'm ready to, but I'm not a violent person, but I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared. Like, and she said, I'm your sister. I'm going to help you to carry your bag. Okay, auntie. Then later, now remembered everything in Nigeria is not free. Oh. You have to open your head and open your brain. I was like, okay, Esma, what's the catch? She was like, oh, no, I'm just your sister. I said, no, I don't believe you. What is the catch? She was like, yeah, when I help you finish, you just find me something. Okay. I said, see, me, I'm a student, so I didn't have nothing. I didn't come with a lot of stuff because before I get to you, the people that have asked. So let's know what we're doing because yeah, whew, so many people are going to stop you before you get to where we're going to. So this is a place I haven't been to in 10 years, and you're just coming up to me, and I'm trying to remember the things that I used to know. It's not easy, but here we are. So anyway, this lady comes to me and tries to like hijack me. I was like, who goes you? But anyway, I didn't do anything. I was just like, okay, what's the catch and everything? And she told me what the catch was. And I was like, okay, I'm a student. Don't let your expectation be too high. I don't have a lot to give you. And she was like, oh no, you just give me smart. See, this is all the money I have. First of all, before I give you any money, I know and I've heard that there are going to be stops before I leave this place. How many more stops do you think there are? So I can portion the money that I have with me. This lady said, no, after me, it's only one person at the gate. No, she didn't even say one person. She just said after her, there will be nobody, that this place has changed. Yeah, she lied to me. That's true. She lied to me. She told me that after her, there will be nobody. This place has changed, da 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 da. And I was like, are you sure? And it really pained me this time because I was not recording or anything. She's like, oh no, that I shouldn't worry. That after her, there's nobody. I'm just going to go free. I knew that was a lie because, of course, I'm Nigerian. But I didn't know, I did not envisage the amount of stops that I was going to encounter. Oh my God. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of sign in this video. And the reason for all of my sign is I did not expect some of the things that I met, basically. So, yeah, personal space. Nigerians do not respect your personal space. And I totally forgot about that. Everybody's going to be in your face. Everybody's going to be talking to you. Everybody's going to like want to hold you when they talk or touch you without your consent. So personal space, the concept is missing in Nigeria. Just believe that. Just remember that. So that was the first shock for me. I didn't realize how much you know, personal space has now become a thing for me, being originally from Nigeria. But when I went back to Nigeria, I realized that, oh my God, I have to, remember all the time that I'm now in a different place. So personal space now in the toilet. So yeah, personal space was the first shock for me. The second reverse culture shock for me would be being called fat as a greeting. Tọ́lá pẹ̀lẹ́ báwo ni ó ti tóbi o. Má ọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀. Tọ́lá pẹ̀lẹ́ báwo ni ó ti tóbi gan, ó ti chop up o. And in my head I'm like, do you know that you can be prosecuted for that? Do you know you can go to jail for that? But then it's Nigeria. What do I expect? That one wasn't too much of a shock, but the amount of times they happened, yeah, it really shocked me. I know that Nigerians do that, and I've tried in every way that I know the people around me to tell them, you are fat is not a greeting. Oti Toby is not a greeting. Oti Dorobo, why? What's the reason? I want to know what's the reason behind it. But anyway, that was my reality. Everywhere I went to, Tola Oti Toby Okilo Wanje, Oti Dorobo. If you know me, if you're close to me, you know that I don't tolerate body shaming. I hate it so much. I knew that I was going to be called fat in Nigeria because I'm Nigerian. However, the amount or the consistency or the English disappear in my head. The the amount of times you have to reoccur that I will be called fat, I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't prepared. Like I knew that I was big. I mean, I'm blessed. But guys, come on. Come on. But yeah, that was a total shock for me. Because it comes from the greeting, like told me, oh, you're now big, Mary, you're fat. Mary, welcome, you're fat. Like they literally just throw it around like they handing you some candy. But yeah. So the third culture shock for me would be the act of transferring for almost every transaction. So take for instance, you go to Chipotle or Starbucks or something, and then when you're done telling the cashier what you want and you want to make payment, they tell you to make a transfer. Now they're trying to go cashless. I get the logic. Nigeria's trying to go cashless. However, how about make avenues possible, make the cards work, banks, do your thing. It was very not comfortable being able to just swipe your card or I'm not even talking about me coming from the States. I'm talking about people that live there. It's hard for them because you might swipe your card and it won't go through or something. So they just do transfer or they still pay cash. If you pay cash, they're gonna take it in some places, but then they'll tell you to transfer. So that transfer is like Zelle, basically, like you're doing Zelle. Imagine going to Chipotle and after you're done, you want to pay with Zelle. It's scary. Trust me, it was very new to me. Like we have to, and you can imagine the amount of queues there'll be at some places where you have to make transfer before. Yeah, it was like that. Even when we went to eat amala, yes, when we went to eat amala, we still have to do transfer. So yeah, that was one culture shock for me, one reverse culture shock for me because here is totally cashless. Now I go to store, I just tap my phone. I don't even need to bring out my card. Sometimes I don't see my card in a long time. I just tap my phone and I'm out of there. But yeah, in Nigeria now it's transfer. You have to transfer money to whoever is in charge. They confirm that you've paid, and then you just go and get your stuff, or you pay them cash. That's a reverse culture shock for me. Oh. So still on that culture shock. I remember one day we went out, like I said, this all of this happened in Nigeria. So how about I give you guys a gist or the gist? So we went out one day, me and my sweet baby girl Bisola. So we went out and then we took Uber. So as we're about to get out of the Uber, you know how it is here where you're done, you get out of the Uber, you just jump out when you get to your destination. So we got to our destination, I was about to jump. I was literally about to jump out of the Uber, like, oh, okay, yeah, here we go. She was like, no, we have to do transfer. I was like, excuse you? Like, here, we have to transfer the fare to the person that the rider. I was like, oh, okay. And then I sat down there and I was thinking, hmm, I thought the idea was to make things fast, but this kind of looks like it's defeating the entire purpose. But Okay, I'm gonna sit through it. So we sat down there, and for some reason, the transfer did not go through, and we're already at our destination. And the guy was in so much hurry. We kept trying, it wasn't going through, and he did something that I really want to commend. He gave us his number, I believe. He gave us his number and said he trusts us to pay him, and it made me very happy. And I told my sister, and I said, you have to, my cousin, I told her, I said, you have to add to his tip, give him some more money, because I mean, that is very gracious. For a Nigerian, he literally let us go without taking the money at that point in time. He just gave us his phone number and he left. I was like, oh wow, interesting. And we transferred the money to him. And I told her, please confirm that he got the money. And he did. And that was beautiful anyway. It was really beautiful. I think it was beautiful. It's unusual. So please let me talk about it a lot. It was beautiful. So I'm gonna go to the number 4 culture shock. So the number 4 reverse culture shock for me was the heat. Now, wait. I'm not saying that I've not experienced heat in Nigeria before or that the weather has not been hot. We barely had lights. We all know how Nigeria has been. However, in this situation, hey, Jesus, I was sweating like a Christmas goat every time, every point. Even when my sister would turn on the AC, before my body would adapt, would accept, would enjoy the AC, I'm sweating. Every minute, I'm sweating. And I'm like, ha, I know. And the funniest thing is, I don't know of other places in America, but Texas is hotter than Nigeria. Argue with your keyboard. Texas, when it wants to be hot, is hotter than Nigeria. But the is it humidity? I don't know. The temperature. You know how it's hot and then you're like you can breathe in the heat. That's how Nigeria felt for me. I could breathe in the heat. I couldn't do a lot of things because I was uncomfortable. The heat, oh my god. I tried. I kept taking showers upon shower. Makeup. Who born me? I tried. I wanted to do makeup. Nah, I cannot do it. Nah. I traveled out of town one time. I could not put makeup on my face because I can't even walk from here today. I'm gonna be sweating. And the people there are just relaxed. I'm like, how are you people doing it? Is it that you guys have gotten used to it? But they really didn't understand what I was saying. The heat is different when you're coming from a different climate. I did not expect. I mean, I knew it was gonna be hard, but I wasn't expecting that level of ah I felt betrayed. I don't know. Like I belong here. I don't know what you guys feeling. Like I belong here. I'm Nigerian. I'm not supposed to. Yeah, but I was feeling so hot the entire time. It was so hot, 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 sweaty. But yeah, it was cool. But then it was just so hot. So my fifth culture shock. I don't know if I'm counting this well or if I'm mentioning this well. Hopefully I've not lost count at this point. But I think my fifth culture shock would be that Nigerians have money. I don't care what you want to say, how you're going to say it, but from what I experienced with my eyes, Nigerians have money. Oh. Nigerians have money. I don't know how I'm going to buttress that. I don't know how I'm going to break it down, but Nigerians have money. That's all I'm going to say. You people, you have money. No, they have. I didn't know that I can say the word I want to say. They have bastard. They have bastard money. Nigerians have money. Oh, they have money. They have. That's all I would say. Nigerians have money. I don't know how to explain it, but if you've got to, if you've got to Nigeria recently, you know what I'm talking about. Nigerians have money. There's nothing anybody can tell me. Like, okay, let me move to culture shock number 6. So, like I told you guys before, I'm going to be sighing a lot in this video, and it's not because I want to sigh, it's because the situation warrants it. Now, this particular one, culture shock number 6, right? There's something that I noticed in the customer service sphere in Nigeria. What is it with the lackadaisical attitude? Like, why is everybody acting as though we do not care that you're here? What do you want? I'm going to give you a typical example because this one really pained me to my bone. So my niece was turning 8, I believe, and then we're looking for a place to get her a birthday cake. My sister has not been around, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna step in as the auntie, of the birthday girl. So I went in their estate. I really want to call out this place, but I don't know whether I should call it out. Let me save it. Yeah, because it really pained me. Oh, it pained like okay. So let me be serious, guys. Let me be serious. So my niece was having a birthday and they were looking for birthday cakes to, get and make this beautiful girl feel special and happy. So I walked into this store not far from my sister's place, and it's in an estate, by the way. So they are like literally at the exit and entry of the estate. So I would assume that they get a lot of patronage. So I walked in there, good morning, like first thing, normal something. I didn't, maybe it was a crime to even greet. I didn't understand the logic, but I was like, oh, hi, good afternoon. Um, I'd like to order a cake. I didn't even like, no accent. And I tried my best. I didn't have, I still don't believe that I have accent, by the way. You people say, your accent. I just feel like some of the words that I speak have changed because of how I pronounce some letters or some words, but I don't have American accent. Me, it's in the accent, so I didn't understand where the attitude was coming from. So anyway, I walked to this store and I'm like, this cake shop. So I'm like, hey, I'm trying to oh good my greeted them. There were like two of them. There were two of them in the shop. And I'm like, hi, I want to order a cake. And she was like, okay. Now, first of all, this is how this lady was sitting. It's a cake shop, so they have like show glass. I don't have a picture of it. I don't know if I can get a picture, but like the way we put, like when you're looking at ice cream and stuff or donuts, the showcase thingy, yeah, they have it there, and then they displayed the cakes or whatever. So they're like, okay, I don't know how much this costs. Can you tell me how much this costs and how much this costs so I can know what I want to order and how to order it. Now, this is how this lady was sitting down, knee to the chest, in a very, like, the desk was high, and she's sitting there with knee to chest. You know how it is to sit knee to chest in a shop? Literally, our legs were like, oh, okay, let me not expose myself to the camera, but our legs were like there, and then she's sitting knee to chest, the other leg is there, and then she's like this, and like you're just pissed off. Being there alone is pissing you off. Why then did you come to the place? I don't think she's the owner, but if she's the owner, right now I've forgotten the name of this shop, but I really feel like calling them out, but then I don't want to spoil anybody's business. I'm just going to keep quiet. It's not, the idea is not about calling them out. Is that why? What's the reason? And that's not the only place I felt that way. But this one was particularly different because this is supposed to be a place where people come to you guys for celebration. It's a cake shop. Every time a cake is involved in something, most of the time it's either you are feeling you're craving and then you want to get like a piece of cake, or it's a birthday, it's a celebration, it's a naming. It's, yeah, people use cake for naming, baby shower, gender reveal, birthdays, grandma's birthday, graduation. All of those things are the things you want to use a cake for. So why am I coming into your store and I feel like I am a burden to you? The attitude was, it was totally, oh my god. And then she's like, what? I was like, okay, 8 inches. Okay, 10 inches. I don't know how you guys sell it. I don't know the price. I don't know anything about it. How hard is it going to be for you to just quickly put me through? Oh, if it's 10 inches, and she was even looking at some of the prices from a book. So if you're going to be doing that, that already shows that your marketing is zero. But then I'm not even mad, but you're still giving me an attitude to tell me what you did. Nigerians, please now help me, my people, help me. Anyway, it's all love, but that did not speak well. And then looking further, I figured, okay, it's not just the cake shop. It's literally almost everywhere I went to. There is no sense of urgency. Customer service zero. When I went to the bank, this bank, me, I will call out Echo Bank. I've been using that bank from when it was Oceanic. And then I went there. I think that's where I lost my glasses. I can't remember. It was so painful. The behavior, oh my Jesus. Sterling Bank, when I got there, they tried. However, the person that attended to me, I was just looking at the bros like this, like it could be better, but okay. But at least the service I got at Sterling was fair. And this is not to say because I've worked there before. No, in all honesty. And what there was something that shocked me. In the Sterling Bank that I went to, they had a coffee shop behind. I'll try and put a video. I think I did a video there. They had a coffee shop behind where they sell like cakes and coffee. And then we had the sitting area, and then we had the guys attending to us. I thought that was beautiful. And the lady on the floor came to me to say, hello, this and that. But I don't know. I'm also not sure. I think I lost my glasses in that Sterling Bank. However, the service was cool, but Nigeria, get your acts together. Mm, I don't even know if I should go deep into this, but I think I'll just stop here because I remember something now and it's so painful. Like doing a transaction in 2025 should be seamless. But the things that I went through, I'm just going to keep it there. But customer service dead. Everybody's lackadaisical, everybody's nonchalant. Customer service is supposed to be top notch. It's 2025. That one really pained me. Everywhere I went to, everybody was just doing some type of way. And when you know somebody is slightly different, it's not like it makes a whole bunch of difference, but it's slightly different. So this is just based on my experience. You might experience something different, but that was my experience. Customer service zero. Hey, culture shock. I think this would be number seven, 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 seven. Number seven, culture shock. I don't know how people are surviving in Nigeria. I feel like Nigerians are surviving on vibes and noise, generator noise to be precise. Thank God. The amount of times people don't have light, they have to augment with something, and which is generator. So let me explain the generator noise for those that do not know. You know when there is your lawn mower, but the big lawn mower, like the ones you would call the guys, those special people that are that's the area of specialty, right? To come and cut your grass, right? That machine that they use to power it, that's a generator, right? Now imagine that generator being hold and then is still in use, and he has to be stationed for hours either by your window or wherever around your house, and it's not going to be one because one will power a household. So imagine different units, say units of 4, 5, 6 in a building, all having their generator on at the same time. Yes. So hope you can begin to picture it. Yeah. And that's just one house. And the way houses are, like houses are closely knit, they are built so close to one another. So imagine generators from each house colliding everywhere. I don't know how to explain it. But I couldn't complain. I had to live through it because they've been living here for years and they didn't die. However, it messed with my head so much. I wasn't sleeping. My mom would say, "Ah, yeah, awake already." In my head, I'm like, "Man, I never slept." And when I would sleep, it would be so short and so deep. I pitied my sister because I was sleeping in my sister's room, and sometimes I'm snoring. Yeah, I know. I'm just she'd be like, "Oh God, this girl," but I'll sleep for like 2 hours at a stretch or 3 hours at a stretch, and that'll be it. That's it. Meet G, because the noise. And I kept asking myself like, how are people doing it? But then I understand because of course sometimes the noise cannot totally go away. Even when they shut the windows, it could be fair, but you grrr, and it's non-stop like grrr, and it's just like that. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, how do I do this, right? So, but when I go to my brother used inverter. He used inverter, but his neighbor still had generator, so it didn't make much difference. But it was slightly better. You know what I mean? But the noise, dear Nigerians, how are you coping? How are you people living like that? How? I mean, I get it. I grew up there. It used to be a norm, but I didn't understand. So this is a reverse culture shock for me because I mean I know I expected it. It's different when you have to experience something and when you just think that the living it is, yeah. I sympathize with with you people. And this is not me trying to make mockery or fun or yeah, but yeah, it's something. If you see Nigerians squeeze money inside their hand, they are going through a lot with generator. Thanks. So another reverse culture shock. This should be number 9. Another reverse culture shock for me would be the reality of the exchange rate. Now, before, if you take certain amount of money to Nigeria, you're a big girl, a big boy, you're going there. But going to Nigeria in April, I experienced the reality of that um exchange rate. Things are expensive. Like, it's almost like you're buying the same amount you're buying stuff here is how much you're buying it in Nigeria. It's only few things that are different. I would say huge transactions that are different would be rent, which has always been different from day one. However, it's getting expensive as well. But when it comes to like drinks, regular drinks that five oh, this one, let me not forget before I digress finish. Fine yogo. Fine yogo. Fine yo we hmm, you people, I'm trying my best here. We bought fine yogo one small. They've reduced the size. So if you left Nigeria before 2015 and you are going back now, just be ready for the shock of your life. Because why is fine yogo hmm, why is fine yogo 500 naira for one? Like one piece, one like this, one. They've slim fit it though. They have slim fit it, very small something. So we're going on a road trip. My sister and my brother, my brothers and my sister, we're going, and my sister-in-law, we're going out. And then I was like, oh my god, fine, you have not had this in years. I really want it. And then my sister told the person to come, and then she was counting money, and she put like 2 3,000 naira and gave to the person. And I was like, you're not collecting plus why are you giving them more than 1,000? It's fine, you go, right? Even if the price will increase from 100, I'm expecting like 200 marks. One piece, one it's not the triangle fine yogo, it's not triangle nylon sachet, like 500 for one piece. I'm sorry, but that's not going away anytime soon. It's the refrigerator. That's not going away anytime soon. Why is fine you go 500 for one? One. As in, you would, I wish you would understand how I'm feeling. The last time I bought that thing, it was 15 naira. 50 naira, 50, 50, 50 naira. And I'm paying, that's how many times more? Is that 500 times more? Because that's clearly not 100 times more. That's 500 times more. Or I don't know the math right now, but why is fine yogo 500 naira a piece? So that was shocking. Like regular drinks, when you go to like, um, places, stores, more. You're buying a glass of drink for 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira. Nigeria, how did we get there? A glass of drink. Well, anyway, he shocked me. And so many other things that we got. And when I try to equate the price to how much it is in America, almost the same. That makes no sense to me. With where the economy is in Nigeria right now, okay, when I say economy, I'm talking about standard of living, security, and all of that stuff. No, no, that's way too much. Something needs to be done. And then I remember busting out of the kitchen the other day, and I was telling my sister and my mom, so there was something on the counter, and I was like, oh, this thing, I remember. And then I remember someone had told me the price. But then looking at it, like, wait, is this what you people said you bought at this price? And they said the other. Why is everybody acting like everything is okay? Everything is not okay. My mom said, what do you want us to do? You want us to kill ourselves? Like, no, but everybody is too calm. Like, everybody. Then I remembered we fought for it one time. And anyway, I don't even want to ruin the mood, but yeah, that was very shocking for me. Like the prices of things. So the reality of the exchange rates really hit me when I went to Nigeria. So let me go to the next reverse culture shock. Hi guys, so this next culture shock would be about traffic and driving. Okay, I should have talked about this since I don't know, I forgot. So over here, like we're used to, you have to obey all traffic lights. There are stop signs everywhere, you know. So, I mean, straight from the airport, I started seeing signs and wonders because people didn't really used to obey traffic sign. And then most of the traffic signs say where they are. Sometimes you want to ask them, what is the reason? What is the reason? Because don't nobody be respecting this thing. I don't know. Traffic signs or traffic lights in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned right now, they are just suggestions. They are not like it's a must. It's just a suggestion. If you like, you can do it. If you like, don't. I think my brother could sense because before we got to the traffic, I was like, oh my god, traffic light was like, this one is in the motor car. But when he tried to stop at some place, they were honking at him, and I was like, but that's common sense. You're supposed to stop on red. At some places, yes, you just have to, especially when it's during the day. But at night, a lot of people were just phew, phew, phew. And I didn't see stop signs anywhere. I saw it at some places, but it's just one random stop sign here and then nothing and then one somewhere and then the rest is traffic light. What happened? Anyway, it's reverse culture shock we're talking about. So, but it was just too much for me. There were no like yield signs, all of those signs that we use over here. Now I see why those that drove in Nigeria would struggle to drive here. Yeah, you would definitely struggle. If you think that you really know how to drive here, I want to tell you that if you go to Nigeria, you are probably still a learner because oh, another thing with the driving thing that shocked me is people don't like to drive in lanes. Like, the white lines, people will drive on, like, a vehicle will be in between the white lines, and it's a norm. Like, I will even be telling, like, my people that I'm going with, like, you're not in the lane. They're like, no, don't worry, don't, it's not a big deal. They don't, you see those lanes, those white lines in Nigeria, they are suggestions. It's not, they didn't really have to follow it because I'm like, it's two lanes, just follow the two lanes. it, the way the lanes are made, like maybe just it's supposed to be two lanes, but you will see four lanes. A vehicle is in between the two lanes, another one is there. My heart was in my mouth for the most part of my stay, to be honest. Like every time we have to be on the road, I'm already thinking, oh my god, this is going to kill me because they just drive like, let's just anyhow it goes, wherever let's just do it. I don't know how to explain it, but traffic lights and stop signs and traffic rules and stop signs. Nigeria, my country. It is well. Okay, guys. So one of the things that shocked me the most when I was talking about that fan yoga thing was suya. Now, one thing with me, if you know me, I love a good suya. I love suya. I love suya. I love. The price of suya shocked me. Like it's suya. Before I left Nigeria in 2015, suya was 100 naira. Like if you're buying a pre-cut, like the seasoned pre-cut, the one wrapped in that brown paper, or the one on the stick, one stick is 100 naira. So imagine my shock going back. I went somewhere and a stick is about, I don't know, 5,000. What are you people doing? How did we get there, Nigeria? I'm not gonna lie. My brother bought me 5,000 naira suya. One was it 5,000 naira? And I finished it. We're going to the island from the mainland, and I finished the suya before we got to the island. Like five. You know what? Before, if you buy 5,000 naira suya, they're going to ask you that you want to do party. Do you understand? So, God, I don't know if anybody can really understand how I'm feeling because 5,000 naira suya, I ate it within. You know how like then you can even buy 15 naira suya. You tell them to just cut 15 naira suya for you, and you see to still make sense. The way me I used to drink gari with suya in Nigeria back then. This time that I went home, it's not even the money to buy it that was the problem. But like the fact that it was for that amount, it didn't. My brother was like, "Oh, you know, I'm not." So then I was still like, "Oh, it doesn't. I don't want it too much. Just so I just want to have that taste of Nigerian suya." I was like, "I don't worry. We'll do roadside suya. We're not gonna go to like." Maybe like some tush places. I really wanted a roadside suya. And we bought that for 5,000 for each person. So 10,000 naira suya was looking like a sprinkle of suya. That shocked me. What I've come to realize at the end of the day is that you never really stop being Nigerian. no matter what. There are some other things that, of course, maybe are kind of like very personal. I may not be able to talk about, but you never stop being Nigerian, to be honest. So let me know what your culture shock has been, or if you have a reverse culture shock. Have you been to Nigeria recently? Are you going to Nigeria soon? Put it down in the comment section below. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. It will go a long way. Watch this video, send it to someone, and I will see you on my next video when I'm talking about more stuff about Nigeria or other stuff about here in America. Again, I'm just a simple girl trying to live a life and sharing that journey with you. Places that I'll be going to, places that I've been to, just I'm just here to have fun, really, and I wanted to bring you guys along. So share with somebody, subscribe, and click that notification bell. That bell, click it, click it, click it, so that you can know when next I drop a video. Thank you. Ciao. Bye. Love you.